happened in Hong Kong, where, the Hong Kong police employed heavy use of tear gas, and they used police tactics, where in fact the police, some of them were having plain clothes, and they infiltrated the protesters. And this is expected, and we must come up with some tactics. And for me, I think we must have a particular meeting point where we gather in huge numbers, and once this happens, it's very difficult for any infiltration. If at all they plan to do that, it's going to be very difficult to do that in such massive crowds. Thank you.
I get you. Tabitha, it's so good to see you here. I saw Tabitha here. Tabitha, you're still with us? Tabitha, can you hear us? Right, maybe she's still having connection issues. And although it's there, Justice Makanyango will be real. Did Nelson say something? Whatever. Yes, I can hear you. Now we have a... Okay, go ahead. Okay, we've had Joel. Is Ndolo? Ndolo is here. Ndolo? Will you give us a little bit of summary now? Yeah, Ndolo is here.
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, I can hear you, Ndolo. Go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, I just want to send condolences to those we've lost. I haven't spoken to the space since Dr. came, but I'm sending my condolences. I'm wishing quick recovery to those in the hospital nursing, and no matter what the CS health is saying, I think she's incompetent, and she should just leave the office and let those Kenyans who are professional enough can handle the work of the Ministry of Health. Otherwise, I foresee a situation whereby if the protests calm down and everything changes, and she's still in the office, doctors are going to strike again, and the nurses are the same thing. We're going to have more problems again in the healthcare system. So she better leave the office today, if possible. That said, I think it is a bad habit when the government using police in plain clothes, or some politicians hire goons to attack peaceful demonstrators. This is a very wrong thing. Right now, our demonstrations have been organic, it's peaceful, but I'm foreseeing a situation whereby if the police or the goons are used to continue interfering with the demonstration, I foresee a scenario whereby the so-called democratic world, the West, could use us as an opportunity to drop military weapons. This is an allegation that we have seen how it happened in Libya, how military weapons or automatic weapons were dropped and civilians had guns everywhere. And this will be a very bad thing. So we have to be very vigilant as demonstrators go to the street. It is important for people to have their phones, at least record, and if you can do it live, recording live on Twitter, on X, or rather on Facebook, on Instagram, or even on TikTok. And those who are not using those kind of platforms, even if you're using the Russian platform, the so-called VK, contacting, use them at least to have the information out, because when the dust settles, the security organs that will be working will be able now to follow up this nonsense that have been going around here and there. I think it is also important for us going forward to never stop doing civic education. And I believe Dr. Miguna will agree with me that even during the tyranny rule of Moi, we had a situation whereby there was a bit of civic education here and there, pulling together, working for the betterment of the society, doing things in a situation whereby we help one another. But of late, I think civic education has deteriorated, and even the quality is very poor because we are dealing with politicians who don't even know, who haven't even read the constitution, who don't even speak in parliament. In the National Assembly, there's one member of parliament who has not even spoken, and ever since he's always out of the town. And I think one example is Sudi. Sudi has not spoken for quite a long time, and I don't even know what he's doing in our parliament. And that said, so civic education is important. I think when people know their right, like right now, most of the children that were born in the year 20, say for example 2002, they're around 22. Most of these kids are learned, and they can even read the constitution and tell that I know what the first clause of the constitution says, we the people, and we have the privilege. We can give this power, the people shall, and we may delegate it. So it's important for us to continue doing civic education even after the demonstration. But I believe that anybody who sees goons should record and report these things to online, because the internet will always keep us updated, and we'll be able to have information. Okay. Another thing I wanted to say is, okay, please land. Just let me land. Yeah. Another thing I'd like to say is to the likes of Miguna Senior and other civic leaders around, there's need for us to push for total police reform, because the police is completely arrogant. I saw a video where a doctor who was attending to both demonstrators and policemen who were injured, requesting the police not to tear gas them, and the police is continue saying something like, we will kill even more, in quotes. That's what I heard from the video. And it is painful that we can have such a policeman police officer rather, in the police force. It is very dangerous. We need to completely reform the police force. Another thing we need to do is to ensure that the police are taught how to do crowd management. Poor crowd management leads to the chaos that we are seeing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. John Mwai, or John Wai, John who? John Wainaina. Yes.
Thank you. I hope I'm audible enough.
John, there's a problem with your mic. Please just drop and come back. There's a problem with your mic.
Okay.